Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to the respected scholars and researchers, organizer and presenters, participants and viewers of the International Virtual Conference on Islamic Studies, Education, Social Sciences and Laws, Ico Isol 2023. On behalf of my research group, I will present our research topic entitled Factors Influencing YouTube Technology Acceptance as a Dakwah Medium During the Movement Control Order Period. A small example in Pahang. Our team members consist of Dr. Safiah binti Abdul Razak as the team leader, Muhammad Syamuddin bin Baharudin, me myself, Madam Norfadelah binti Nordin, Madam Nazirah binti Kamal Basah, and Mr. Wan Hashri Rizal bin Wan Abu Bakar. We are from Sultan Ahmad Shah Pahang Islamic University, Unipsas. I will begin my presentation with the introduction of the research topic. Dakwah is an effort to convey, invite, or call people to know, accept, and appreciate Islam through specific methods, ways, and approaches. The primary goal of preaching is to increase faith and devotion to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala through knowledge, dissemination, and appreciation of righteous practices. The use of social media applications such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube demands a high level of readiness and commitment from preachers due to its nature, which has widely known as a faster and more effective medium in delivering information. With this characteristic, the new media is undoubtedly seen to be able to have a positive impact on preaching or doing dakwah activities. The Prime Minister of Malaysia declared the first phase of the Movement Control Order MCO, which accounted for 14 days starting from 18th of March 2020 to 31st March 2020. The MCO has been continuously sustained up to the beginning of June 2020. The MCO is due to the spreading of COVID-19 disease during that time. The implementation of MCO has, as per its nature, restricted the movement of the Malaysians, and the situation has had a significant impact on people's usual routine and lifestyle, which includes the economic aspect and the delivery of dakwah. Because of the demands of technology, it is clear that social media and preaching communication cannot be separated in this modern age, and it is the preacher's responsibility to change and learn new ways of preaching. So that our group, our research team conducted a study to determine the factors influencing the acceptance of YouTube as a dakwah medium among the Muslim community in the states of Pahang during the period of MCO in 2020. This study focuses on the role of attitudes in influencing YouTube's acceptance as a dakwah medium. Now we move to literature review. According to Kang and Kim 2023, attitude plays a role in mediating the relationship between YouTube coverage, trust in YouTube material, perceived risk, and attention. According to Gibson et al. 2021, that measures to improve the intention may be promoted by focusing on people's attitudes, norms, and perceived behavioral control, for example, social disengagement. And according to February et al. 2021, innovative educational such as short film and YouTube initiatives have significant societal effect in addition to having a good impact on adolescent attitudes and understanding about organ donation and transplantation. Also, according Kang and Kim 2023, the seeking related subjective norm, enjoyment of science, and informational usage of YouTube were all significant predictors of interest. Although these findings do not differentiate YouTube from other informal science learning settings, they do help identify YouTube as such a venue and have implications for designing online video content to encourage science learning in everyday life. According to AN 2018, there are 6 factors that influence YouTuber purchase intent, which are as follows: perceived utility, perceived ease of use, cost, subjective norm, service variety, and network reputation. Next, according to Al-Qarni et al. 2019, the participants had a positive attitude on the use of social media technology to aid in English learning. The outcomes of the multiple regression analysis shows that exposure to social media technologies and subjective norms contributed a special factor to attitude prediction in students. And according to Edwin 2020, attitude and subjective norms have strong positive correlation with the consumer's desire to utilize social media to find out more about a certain company. Therefore, our research team proposed the following hypothesis. Hypothesis 1, there is a positive relationship between attitude and intention to use YouTube. Hypothesis number 2, there is positive relationship between perceived behavioral control and intention to use YouTube. And finally, the hypothesis number 3, there is a positive relationship between subjective norm and intention to use YouTube. And the research model, we draw the diagram of the research model to show that the relationship between the 3 hypotheses, which is attitude, perceived behavioral control, and subjective norm, how it relates to the dependent variable, which is the intention to use YouTube. Thirdly, the methodology of the research. We conducted a quantitative survey methodology among the Pahang Muslim community as the respondents, consists of 144 respondents. And the survey is non-probability sampling, which also known as convenience sample. And we refer to the questionnaire, or we use the questionnaire created by Venkatesh et al. 23, serve as the basis for all the study items. The questionnaire or the survey divided into 2 parts. Part A includes information on gender, age, race, region, education, and occupation, which is the demographic information of the respondent. And Part B consists of 6 constructs that included perceived convenience, perceived utility, subjective norm, behavioral control, attitude, and intention. And we use the scale, 5-point Likert scale, with 1 denoted strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree, and 5 strongly agree. And finally, the data analysis was performed using IBM statistical package for social science SP as a software. Now we move to the data analysis. The R-square or the research model accounted for 50.5% of variance in intention to use YouTube, and this score is suitable or accepted because the research is on the human behavior, which is between more or less 50% of R2. So now we move to the each and every hypothesis. Hypothesis 1, we examining the positive relationship between attitudes and intention to use YouTube, and the analysis found that significant, okay, with beta value 0.281, and the probability is less than 0.01. Okay, so this is the table, the hypothesis table, which is this variable is supported. Okay. Secondly, hypothesis number 2, examining the positive relationship between perceived behavioral control and intention to use YouTube. We found that significant with the beta value 0.197 and the probability less than 0.01. Also supported for the hypothesis number 2. And finally, hypothesis number 3, investigated the positive relationship between subjective norms and intention to use YouTube. And we found that it is also significant with the beta value negative 0.384, and the probability is less than 0.01. And the final part of the presentation is the discussion. All 3 variables are valid Future research need to explore another focus related to intention to use YouTube, proven that attitude, perceived behavioral control, and subjective norm are influenced the intention to use YouTube. Finding is consistent with the finding of Rahmandanti and Abelia 2022, which states information exposure, persuasive communication, feminism, knowledge level, and the theory of planned behavior are some of the theories and concepts that they were utilized in their study. Zhang et al. 2022 discovered that using the self-evaluation as an intermediary variable improved the predictability of college students' adoption of technology for self-directed learning, as well as the influence of intention and behavior. Subjective norms were not significant in this regard, but students' attitude and perceived behavioral control has a significant impact on how they adopted technology for self-directed learning through their effect on intention. These results need to be carefully reviewed because there are several things that could be done better, particularly in terms of sampling. The result of the study cannot be applied for the full population because this sampling was conducted using non-probability sampling. And finally, furthermore, this study focusing only the Muslim community in Pahang by the year 2020. So by then, I end my presentation. I thank you all for listening, and if you have any question, you can ask after this, and my team member also will respond to your question. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.